If you haven't caught on, there is a huge push by the left, by liberals, to ban all of life's, not just guilty pleasures, but just pleasures. Yesterday, we told you about the attack on pizza. Today, climate activists have decided it's time you stop putting ice in your cocktails.
A new article in the Scientific American floating the idea of making cocktails more eco-friendly by skimping on ice, which means lukewarm drinks for you.
Or cocktails that just don't simply work. Ice has a purpose and a function. For more, let's bring in Four Branches Bourbon co-founders. Marine Corps veteran Rick Franco, Air Force veteran Mike Trott, and Army Special Forces veteran RJ Casey. I begin with you, RJ. This article in the Scientific American argues that 200, 300 pounds of ice are used by bars every single night. This is a travesty. I'm all in favor of bourbon neat, but get the hell out of here. What do you say?
Yeah, it depends on how you actually take your drink. I start neat and I pull my bourbon out of the freezer so it's nice and cold, but if it's time for an old fashioned or a drink, I don't hesitate. Sometimes the ice will release a little more flavor differently,
yes.
So I like it either way.
So, Mike, if the eco-terrorists come for your ice, I mean, don't you actually lose business? Because some people like it on the rocks, like myself. We're like, I might not drink bourbon if I can't drink it on the rocks. What impact does this have on the business?
No, for sure. It'd be a negative impact. I mean, you know, because bourbon specifically is aged in charred white oak barrels, when you put a little water, a little ice in there, what it does is it releases a little more of the oak flavor. Yeah. So that's why you do that. So, yeah, that would be a very negative impact on bourbon in general. That's just not the way it was designed. So let's hope that doesn't happen.
Rick, and also, I'm a Boulevardier gal myself. And I know to stir it. You do not shake drinks that don't have fruit in them, fruit and juice and what have you. I digress. But it's the bigger picture of, I told somebody this story about getting rid of ice, and they just laughed out loud and said you could get rid of all ice in every possible cocktail and it wouldn't have any impact on climate change whatsoever. It's just targeting things that we love for some strange reason.
I fully agree. Look, life's too short, right? And if we get rid of ice and everybody, I don't want to drink my old fashioned without cube in it. I like mine neat. I like mine with a rock on it. I mean, what am I going to have to do? Wait till winter until it snows to go shove the bottle in the snow?
Or grab some icicles off the roof. If you're in Wisconsin, you do that.
I like that one.
But do you guys think this goes too far? I mean, at one point, again, we talk about they're going after, coal or wood-fired pizza ovens. Are going after our dishwashers, our washing machines, our gas stoves in our house. Now they're going after ice, which make a great mixed drink or straight up. Is the left going too far on this climate craziness?
Go ahead, Rick. I'll let you handle it while I take a drink.
I think so, right? I mean, to your point, get rid of all the ice from all the drinks. It's not even going to make a drop in the bucket with climate change.
Yeah.
It's not, right? So let people enjoy a cold drink. Long day of work, you come home, you want to kick up your feet, you want to have a drink, you want to drink honorably, have it with a cube in it. Relax.
Mike, RJ, just quick, tell us the story behind the brand.
Well, the real quick story is actually Rick came up with the concept because he wanted to honor some guys that we lost. Rick and I both worked at the CIA post-military time. And one of Rick's best friends at BMI, where he went to school and was later a Marine Corps officer, on his first trip out, unfortunately died while saving other people. So that was many years ago, but Rick obviously has never forgotten that. And he's called me up and said, hey, let's do a couple barrels of bourbon for some guys. My next call was to Harold, a friend of ours, Harold Underdown, who's not here with us today. He's a Navy SEAL Command Master Chief. We called Harold up and he said, let's do this. He didn't even need convincing. And then it was just kind of ironic. It didn't start out that way, but we had the Marine Corps, the Navy, and the Air Force, and we said, hey, we need an Army guy. So here comes RJ.
Gentlemen,
you may see this guy too, because he's actually in the movie Extraction 2. He's one of Chris's special rescue guys. So you'll see this guy again.
We can't wait to watch it. Gentlemen, thank you for your service, and thanks for sharing your great brand with us. We appreciate it, and good luck on the sales and the business.
We'll come
Thanks for having
visit.
us.
We'll
Thank
come
you, guys. Appreciate
visit.
it.
I'll tell my SEAL joke if you want to hear it.
Or Branches Bourbon.
For the Army. SEAL stands for sleep, eat, and lift.
100%.
We're going to tell Harold that one.
Thanks, y'all.